Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone for teaching us His truth in all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. And here's an article from Gateway Pundit. All right, and it talks about illegal immigrants, graping. All right, three young women. All right, and she was only 11 years old, man. All right, and tortured, and it says it's not making the headlines. All right, because they're not going to tell you, man. You know, they're not going to tell you that these northern tribes, man. These ones that are being let through, man. These are gang members, man. From MS-13, and they're used to that way of life, man. They're used to that demonic activity. They're used to going around, graping, these women, you know. And as you can see, man, there ain't no age limit. There's no age limit at all to them. If you look good in the sight of their eyes, you know, they're gonna see you, just as a woman in general. They don't care about your age, man. They're finna ravish the hell out of you, man. All right. It says three girls were kidnapped, tortured, and raped by an illegal immigrant gang in northern Minnesota recently. One of the girls was 11 years old. 11 years old. 11 years old. You know, Scripture says, in Second Ezra, they'll have no pity, which I'm going to pull up. All right. It says Bemidji is located in a rural area, northern Minnesota, near the source of Minnesota River. 22-year-old Oscar Luna was arrested at the scene. Several men were identified at the scene and transported by U.S. Border Patrol to be processed as illegal aliens. It says Bemidji police have arrested a man after an 11-year-old told authorities that she and two other girls were tied up and raped, by several men at the Bemidji home. You see, and these they were having a party with these young girls, man. All right. So, you women, out there, especially you women that ain't in order, especially you women that talk about you, oh, I don't need no man, talking about, you know, uh, you know, F niggas and this and that, I need no man. All right. You guys are gonna be, easy pickings, you women out there, man, that go and expose yourself and that go out there and show your ass, got these BBLs. You see, these are the times that we're in, man. They're not gonna have no pity among you just because you're a woman. These men, that's the type of life that they lived, out there where they're from, man. All right. So these times are definitely gonna. These times are becoming more evil by the day. It says, busy police have arrested a man after an 11-year-old girl told authorities that she and two other girls were tied up and raped by several men in Bemidji home. He said on September 23rd, Bemidji Sanford Hospital Emergency Department called police on an assault complaint. According to court documents, the 11-year-old said she was with a woman who forced her to drink alcohol. Oh, you see? You see? And this girl was with a woman that forced her to drink alcohol. So this was all set up by design, it seems like. All right? That's why, man, you can't trust nobody in these days, man. You can't trust nobody in these days, man. You know, people, it's gonna have people be put to death. People, are gonna set up all kinds of traps and snares, man. And when people, set up these traps and snares, man. There's nothing good ever comes out of it, man. That's why you got to be circumspect, man. You got to pay attention to your surroundings, man. Who you talk to, who's around you, who you associate with, man. All right. It says she said a bag was placed over her head and she was taken to a home where she was stripped, tied up between two other girls, and raped. It says the girl said another girl was in the closet while the third girl was bloody and unconscious. It says authorities arrested a 22-year-old Oscar Luna. He's charged with first degree criminal sexual conduct in Baltimore County. It says Luna was also arrested on a warrant from Hepburn County. It says police say several other people were identified at the scene. It said 11 whom were transported by the U.S. Border Patrol to be processed as illegal immigrants. It says during separate interviews, the girl told investigators she had been with Verna Fairbanks, who she called auntie. Damn, you see, who she called auntie. And said at some point, Fairbanks told the girl to get in the car and said someone put a bag over her head and brought her to a house um, with four men, and she's described as Mexican, and where she was stripped and tied up between the two other girls, and said the same things happened to them. It says the girl said that while she was at the house, Fairbanks put a rope around her neck and forced her to drink alcohol. She also said one of the other girls who had been raped was closest and another was bloody and unconscious. It said the girl was rated her pain as 8 out of 10 2 days after the assault, said she was able to escape with another girl united her. She said a man named Panda grabbed the girl who helped the 11-year-old escape and threw her down the stairs. It says the girl gave investigators a description of Panda and said he was one of the men who raped her. An officer determined the 22-year-old Oscar Luna of Mission, Texas, fit the description of Panda and look him into custody. Luna is charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct, and the case remains under investigation. It says Bindi Police Department released a statement of the incident. All right, so here's the statement right here. I'm not going to read too much of it, man, but you see, you know, that's crazy, man. Somebody that this young woman trusted, set her up. Who she called auntie, man. Set her up to be ravished, man. All right. People aren't to be trusted in these last days, man. You know, the only people that be trusted, man, are your brothers that are in this truth, man. And that's it. Anybody of this world, you can't trust them, man. There's a scripture that says, as a matter of fact, it says, uh, let me get it real quick. Because these are the times that we're in, man. Let me see if I can find it. Slack, bear with me. Damn. Will deliver you to be put to death. Let me see if I can find it, man. Slakia. I read it not too long ago. I just can't remember the scripture. Um, Here we go, right here. This is Luke 21:16, and it says, "And you shall be betrayed both by parents, brethren, kinfolks, friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death." All right. So it even tells you here in Luke, man, that you're gonna get betrayed, man, by your kinfolks, by your friends, your parents, and your brethren. And this is somebody, you know, uh, that this young woman trusted, and to set her up, to have her, be put in this position, man. So we're definitely in these in evil times right now, man. All right, we're definitely in evil times right now, man. The things are gonna continue. The evils are gonna continue to grow. The evils are gonna continue to get worse. You're gonna start hearing more and more of these things happening, man. Out here in Babylon, man. All right, and look, man, you got the wicked number right here. 666. You see, that's a sign right there from the Lord, right? Things are gonna continue to get worse. Things are gonna continue to get worse. See, and here's another article here. That happened back in 2017. It says two gang members in U.S. illegally are accused of kidnapping three girls, killing one in satanic ritual. See, and this is back in 2017. MS-13 gang members from El Salvador, both in the United States, illegally held three teenage girls against their will and killed one of them in what was described as a satanic ritual. Authorities of Houston said Friday. This is what we're this is what we're coming up against, man. This is exactly what we're coming up against, man. We're coming up against, these wicked gang members, and with demons all over them, man. That do satanic rituals, man. Jacob's trouble is going to be a time like no other, man. We're going to be dealing with these type of things, man. You know, they shall have no pity, man, upon you. So let's get this here in Second Ezra 15. We'll start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. You see, and the times are getting real close to that. The sword, the destruction is getting real close. And it says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and two and swords in their hands. You see, and that goes into racial wars, civil wars. There's a whole bunch of civil unrest and riots and looting and all these things, man, are getting ready to come upon, Babylon the Great. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. All right, sedition among men. All right, meaning, revolt. Revolting. To disregard. Uh, um, like riots and all kinds of things. That says invading of one another. One another. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It says a man shall desire to go into a city, shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. It says, for because the pride of the cities shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see, and with all these so-called immigrants, and all this civil unrest, that's going to take place here in Babylon, man. People's houses, man, are going to get destroyed, man. People are going to have things stolen from them. People are going to have the house broken into, to take their resources, take their goods, like it says here, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. No man is not to have any pity. You see, so if they, whatever they got to do to get it, even if it's taking your life, even if it's unaliving you, that's what they're going to do. It says, but shall destroy their houses with a sword and spoil the goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see, for food, your resources, great tribulation, a time like never before on this earth, man. That's gonna, come across this place, man. All right, Jacob's trouble is gonna be one hell of a time, man. One hell of a time. We're gonna go to Second Esdras, and we'll go to verse 14. We'll start at 16. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen, which you have seen happen, shall be done hereafter. All right, so this is, making a future reference, to the greater evils that are going to come upon, this place, Babylon, in the near future. It says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age. You see, so over time, these things are gonna gradually get worse. It says, so much more shall evils increase them that dwell therein. So over time, things are going to continue to get worse, man. And the evils are going to continue to increase. Upon the inhabitants of Babylon the Great, man. All right. So man. We're in those times, man. We're in those times. We're in the times of greater evils. We're in those times of sedition among men. We're in those times of insurrection. All right. Um, let's see. Let me get the book of Ephesians. I'm gonna finish it off with that. You know, that's kind of just wanted to go over that, man. Kind of blow the trumpet, man, because we're definitely we're in, in the book of Second Edges right now, man. That's the time frame that we're in. We're gonna go to 5 and let's do 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly. You see, be circumspect, man. Be aware of what's going around you, man. Not as fools, but as wise. Be wise, man. In your situation, man. Be wise on how you handle things, who you're around. You know, it says redeeming the time because the days are evil. You see, we got to pay attention to these times, man. The times are evil, man. We're coming, in a great period, of great tribulation. A great period of the stress, a great period of just, a whole lot of death and bloodshed, man. All right. So, we got to keep our heads on the swivel, man. We got to, be guided through the spirit, keep our trust in Yahweh Bashim Shai, man, you know, and especially, these women out here, man, these women out here that don't want to take heed, these women that don't need no man, say F these niggas and this and that. Hey man, whew, it's gonna be a long time of tribulation for you women out there, man. All right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna end the video, man. And I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS the Great Millstone once again for teaching me this truth and our righteousness, truth, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. All right, and I just pray that this lesson was edifying to the Akyam and Akwata out there, man. Be circumspect, man. Pay attention to the times, man. Hold on to this truth, man. Be steadfast, be grounded in this truth. All right, because our salvation is nearer than we believe. All right. So, shalom, shalom.